What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with the NBA video. I know I don't do very many of these, but I did want to talk about this topic since we're getting near the end of the season. And that's my biggest surprise of the 2014-2015 NBA season, and that has been the play of the Atlanta Hawks. Um, the coach, uh, the coach Mike Budenhauser, like I said, I probably said his name wrong. I apologize. He's had the guys playing great basketball. They're running nice sets. Um, is a big reason why they're second in assists. When you are being, when you're able to share the ball well, you shoot a great percentage. They're third in overall field goal percentage. So past it, they move the ball around well. They have guys moving around, no guys standing around, and they take good shots. Very little hero ball, and I think they have enough talent to be able to run these types of set. Really, I really like their team. A lot of people coming in, expecting them to be an average team. They really didn't see no players that stood out. A lot of people like Al Horford, Paul Millsap, but most people didn't expect the play of Jeff Teague, of Kyle Korver, who's been shooting an amazing percentage at 3 point, almost 50% at the 3 point line, which is insane. So a lot of people didn't expect this team to to play this way, but I'm one of them. I've made videos coming into the off season. I didn't expect them to play this way. Like I said, I had them as an average team, but they have completely they've proven me wrong. And watching them play, they play solid defense. I think they play, they're underrated, not really great, but they're seventh in opponents' points per game. So I think, you can throw all the defensive stats out there, but I think, how many points you give up on a nightly, night to night basis. I think that's definitely one of the biggest stats because in the end, um, it's about, do you have more points than them? That decides the winner. And you could throw out a bunch of other stats, but that was the main one that I saw, was their improvement defensively. And it's not only, I think their greatest improvement, of course, was offensively. Um, the bench, not really big contributions, but they've gotten guys to buy into that system. And the one standout, Schroeder, the point guard coming off the bench. I think he's a guy who is the one standout coming off the bench. But they've had guys to come in and contribute. Uh, but it's mainly about those starters. Those starters, all five guys average double figures in terms of points. So they get huge production out of their starters, and they get just enough off from the bench to give those guys a rest. All in all, this team is 57 and 19. We have 6 games left, so looking into the playoffs, we'll have to see how they come into the playoffs. These guys, they got guys that have had experience in the playoffs, but they haven't played on. Honestly, any of these guys that haven't played on a team that has been this good. Corver did play for, um, he did play for the Bulls when the Bulls were playing really good basketball. But for the most part, the rest of these guys haven't played on a team that has such huge expectations. So we'll have to see how they react to such huge expectations coming into the playoffs, especially being the number one seed in the East and pretty much the second best, having the second best record in the entire NBA. I- like I said, I really like what I saw from them, and you can go back and watch some of their games and watch how they share the ball. It's beautiful basketball. It's not, you know, you got one guy who can completely take over. It's all about sharing the basketball. It's a team sport, and when you watching it as an NBA fan, you want to see a team. You want to see your occasional highlight plays from a single player or one player dominate the game. But in the end, to win an NBA championship, to make it far in the playoffs, to be successful, you have to play as a team. Everyone knows this. But as a matter of fact, um, I was gonna break down who I thought were guys who stood out as definitely guys who improved. I already mentioned Kyle Korver and also Jeff Teague. Like what I seen from Horford, he's had injury problems, so I think that's been a problem for him. But he's been relatively healthy this year. But the two, Kyle Korver, I already mentioned his shooting percentage, and Jeff Teague at around, I don't know his exact numbers. Let me get that. Jeff Teague is at 16 and 7, which is really good, shooting 46%. You know, he's definitely improved. A lot of people didn't expect much out of him. A lot of people thought he peaked, but you know, he's one of the guys that made the All Star team. They had 4 players from that team to make the All Star team, and it just goes to show you how well this team has been playing. If you get 4 guys, go to the All Star team. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. I really don't have much more to say. Um, I can't wait for the playoffs because this team has they have a lot on their shoulders to perform because a lot of people expect them not to. A lot of people expecting them to go in the playoffs and be a completely different team. You know, like I said, we'll have to see. The competition gets tougher in the playoffs. On a night-to-night basis, you're going to play better talent, and the defense in the playoffs get tighter, and the refs swallow their whistle more often. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. What do you think? How do you think this team will do in the playoffs? And what do you think their overall body of work throughout this season? What do you think about it? Of course, let me know what you think down in the comment section. As I said before, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Thanks for watching.